What is the Matrix? Understanding simulation theory and glitches in reality. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, and today we're going into a topic that feels like science fiction, but has become a serious conversation in physics, philosophy, and digital theory: the simulation hypothesis. If you've ever had a moment that felt off, where time warped, memory contradicted evidence, or something in reality just didn't add up, you've probably heard someone say, that's a glitch in the Matrix. But what does that really mean? What is the Matrix, in metaphysical, theoretical, and scientific terms? And if we are living in some form of simulation, how would we even know? In this episode, we're breaking it down. What is the Matrix? Let's start with the term itself. The Matrix. Popularized by the 1999 film of the same name, The Matrix portrayed a dystopian future where humans unknowingly lived inside a simulated world, while their physical bodies were trapped in pods, harvested for energy by machines. The idea was horrifying, but also strangely logical. But in broader theory, the Matrix isn't just about cables and computers. It's become a metaphor for any artificial system designed to replace or obscure real experience. That could mean digital overlays, false historical records, synthetic memories, or environmental illusions. The Matrix, in this context, is the lie that looks like truth. A programmed world that feels natural, but isn't. And if that sounds extreme, consider this. Top scientists, including Elon Musk and theoretical physicist Nick Bostrom, have publicly suggested that the odds we're living in the base reality are extremely low. Why? Because if any advanced civilization ever developed perfect simulation technology and used it to run ancestral or entertainment simulations, then statistically, there would be billions of simulated realities for every one base universe, which means the chances that this is the original, unedited version? Slim. What is simulation theory? Simulation theory proposes that our entire reality, everything we see, touch, and remember, might be the output of a hyper-advanced computer program. Think ultra-high resolution, sensory immersion, full-body consciousness simulation. This isn't about playing The Sims or VR goggles. This is about reality-level immersion, where the players don't know they're in the game. The idea is rooted in both computer science and quantum physics. Here's the logic. Technological progress will eventually make full immersion simulations possible. Civilizations that reach that point will likely run these simulations for curiosity, history, or entertainment. If they do, the number of simulated minds will far exceed the number of base-level biological minds. Therefore, it's more likely you're in a simulation than out of one. This theory has been taken seriously enough that major tech labs have funded experiments trying to detect code or compression artifacts in the universe, like pixelation in deep space background radiation or inconsistencies in quantum particle behavior. In other words, glitches. What is a glitch in the Matrix? Now let's talk about glitches, the part that makes this theory hit home for many. A glitch in the Matrix refers to a moment where reality malfunctions, breaks its pattern, or shows signs of artificial structure. Some common examples people report: time anomalies. Hours feel like minutes, or vice versa. Object displacement. Something vanishes and reappears later in a spot you already searched. Repetition errors. You see the same stranger twice in different places wearing the same thing. Déjà vu. You experience something that feels like a perfect memory from an event that hasn't happened. Memory conflicts. You and a friend remember an event totally differently, and both are certain you're right. Physical glitches. Visuals distort, sound echoes, lights flicker in synchrony with thoughts or emotions. What's disturbing is how consistent these experiences are across cultures, belief systems, and backgrounds. The pattern suggests some kind of underlying mechanism, a reality that's not random, but programmed. And when multiple people experience the same glitch, especially during collective events like the Mandela effect, it raises serious questions. Are these malfunctions in memory? Or malfunctions in code? Are glitches proof? Skeptics argue that glitches are just psychological noise, brain errors, stress responses, or confirmation bias. But others say the recurrence and precision of glitches point to an intelligent structure, a system with logic, limits, and repair loops. Consider how video games work. When a program is under heavy load, it begins dropping frames, misplacing assets, or freezing for a second before reloading. Sound familiar? If our reality is running on some form of cosmic processor, glitches could be maintenance pings, stress indicators, or areas where the program didn't load fast enough. And just like in digital games, most players don't notice unless they're paying close attention. So the real question becomes, are you observing reality? Or is reality observing you reacting to its bugs? Is there a code? This is where things get eerie. In 2012, theoretical physicist James Gates claimed to find error-correcting computer code, the kind used in web browsers, embedded in string theory equations. In other words, the math describing our universe contains something that looks like intelligent digital architecture. Let that sink in. Why would natural laws mimic the logic of a computer? Why would our reality function like a simulation, unless it is one? From sacred geometry to Fibonacci sequences, from physics constants to DNA patterns, everything in our world appears to follow systematic design principles. Patterns that don't just look engineered, they act engineered. So when you experience a glitch, you're not just witnessing something weird. You might be witnessing the system failing to disguise itself. We don't have proof we're in a simulation, but we don't have proof we're not. What we do have are patterns, glitches, memory anomalies, mathematical hints that all point to a deeper programmed framework behind what we call reality. If this is the Matrix, the question isn't, are we trapped? The question is, who built it? Why are we in it? And what happens when we see too much of the code? So the next time something feels off, time skips, objects vanish, or you saw something that's no longer there, don't dismiss it. It might not be a mistake. It might be the Matrix showing you that you're not crazy. You're just awake. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas, 11x published author, and what you just watched was only a taste of what's inside the Truth series, where we go all the way down the rabbit hole. If you're the kind of person who's always asking bigger questions, who knows there's more to this world than what we've been told, then this is your invitation to the series that was built for you. Inside the Truth series, you'll get full access to 6 mind-blowing sub-series designed to wake up your highest intelligence and decode the matrix we live in. 1. Locate the truth. Learn how to actually research, not just what to search, but how to verify, cross-reference, read declassified files, and protect your own mind from weaponized misinformation. This is truth-seeking decoded. 2. The Mandela effect. Are we shifting timelines? Why do so many people remember a different past? We break down the most bizarre, undeniable examples of reality glitches and what they tell us about consciousness and control. 3. Law is magic. Law is not what you think it is. From word spells to maritime law and hidden contracts, we uncover how legal systems use language like a wand and how to stop being tricked by fine print that binds you without consent. 4. Entertainment or ritual. The Hollywood and music industries are not just for entertainment. From Super Bowl rituals to Grammy stage symbolism, we decode what's really being shown, who it serves, and why mass consciousness is the target. 5. Decoding dystopia. Ever wondered why dystopian fiction feels prophetic? In this subseries, we decode popular films and books, Hunger Games, 1984, Black Mirror, to reveal the hidden blueprints and predictive programming behind the plot. 6. MK Ultra plus mind control programs. This one gets deep. From real MK Ultra documents to modern symbolism in media, we expose how mind control operates in plain sight and how to free yourself from manipulation you didn't even know was happening. And that's just the beginning. If this resonated with you, click the links below and join us inside the Full Truth series, because the more you know, the harder you are to control. This is your awakening. We don't just ask questions, we find answers. Let's go all the way down the rabbit hole together.